High Valley's live wire of communications. The exclusive home of District 11 Sports and the Lafayette College Leopards.
From Liberty Memorial Gymnasium in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, RCN4 Sports presents Mountain Valley Conference basketball. Tonight's matchup features the first place Northampton Concrete Kids under head coach Mike Schneider in his second season as the head coach. They come in 4-1 in the Valley Division. Overall, they are 6-5. They'll take on the Hurricanes of Liberty High School. Their head coach also in his second year, Rick Costello. They come in with a 2-3 Valley Conference record. Overall, they are 5-4. Hello, everybody. Gary Laubach and Dick Tracy. And Dick, it's been a while since we've done high school basketball. A lot of interesting things have happened, and particularly to these two teams. First of all, Dick, if we look back to the beginning of December, who would have ever thought that Northampton would be atop this division?
Yeah, you have surprises in every league. I was going over that today, Gary, and I was really shocked to see the things that really surprised me about each league has a couple factors. But you're so right. Start with your factors right here. I mean, this is really big news. Northampton, but they're a 50-50 team, and yet leading the league. Liberty, you know, they say all of them say, here's a first-place team, but they're playing even 500 basketball almost, you know. So, yeah, a couple of shockers.
And Northampton is really a couple of foul shots away from being 5-0. They lost their only ball game to Parkland by a single point. And, Dick, they did win last night kind of in a laugh for 68-39 over East Stroudsburg. So this is a team obviously on a high.
Yeah, they lamented the fact that last year, 8 of their losses were by 4 points or less. They turn around, they lose 3 this year by 5 points or less. I said it's the greatest thing that could happen, Michael, because every game you've been in is a tough game. You know, until last night, till Eastburg, there really were no laughers. And it forces his kids to play extra hard. And what he's doing, Gary, he's going deep. And he's getting himself a nice bench, too.
And he lost his 6 top players last year from last year's team, which really had an outstanding season. And yet they have certainly regrouped, and they're playing outstanding basketball. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Northampton Concrete Kids. And as Dick said, Mike Schneider is playing a bunch of people. In particular, as we go down that starting lineup, Dick, Ryan Sculley is really playing well. And Brent Searfoss, who was sick earlier in the season, in fact, missed about 3 full weeks with a flu virus, is finally back and playing well.
Yeah, and speaking of misses, Chris Miller is going to come back from a broken hand, so you're going to add him to the depth too. But the thing about him, Gary, is there's none 6'6" and there's none 5'8". There's somewhere, you know, around the 6 foot. The kids that Bear Bryant used to like, you know, not the 250 or the 175, but somewhere in between. And these kids, Mike said, they know each other, they're hanging around with each other, and they don't care who the high scorer is. He said 4 straight nights, 4 different games, I had 4 different high scorers.
And they really do have a nice offensive package. They get a lot of shots. They're averaging almost 61 points per ball game, and they're only giving up 51.2. And before we turn our attention to Liberty, we want to say hello to a big Northampton fan. Harriet Linden Moyer had cataract surgery today, and despite that, she's watching tonight's ball game, and I hope everything went well for you today, Harriet. I spoke with son Jim, and I think Jim's going to be here tonight. Now we turn our attention to Liberty, and had they won their ball game last night, Dick, they would have come in here on a bit of a high. Some people think that perhaps they might have been looking ahead a little bit as they took on a good Pocono Mountain team. But here's a team that's already beaten Stroudsburg and already beaten Parkland, and yet they find themselves not even at 500 in this league.
Well, Pocono Mountain, Gary, would be the other big surprise if you talk to me about Mountain Valley. Pocono Mountain already beat Whitehall, last night beating Liberty, you know, doing a good job representing the Mountain Division. Everybody talks Stroudsburg, but here's Pocono Mountain hanging on. Very talented team and some good side. So Liberty playing away, really, I would hope they weren't looking ahead, because that really hurt them last night.
It sure did. It did. did cost them. Let's take a look at the Liberty starting lineup. We'll talk a little bit more about Rick Costello's ball club. They obviously are capable of playing great basketball and putting together a real nice ball game. And Willie Reynolds has been doing most of their scoring at 14 points a game, and Jonathan McDonald 11.4 points per ball game. But this is a good balanced team, Dick. They've got a good inside-outside game. They have all the ingredients, and they just have to, I think, get very, very consistent and start putting W's back to back to back.
Yeah, that's right. They got to get more. They got to get hungrier for those W's, Gary. What I like about this team, they got the muscle with Yasso. They take Reynolds off the point. Say you're our shooting guard. He's averaging about 16, 17. They say to Op, you're in charge, take over, and he's playing the point. And they have Jonathan McDonald banging in there almost double figures on the boards per game.
With all of that said, this should be a very interesting ball game, and all of a sudden it's getting very nitty-gritty as far as Liberty is concerned. So this almost falls into the must-win category for them. For Northampton, they're just happy to be rolling along, and they would like to continue it because Friday night they will entertain Stroudsburg. Just a reminder, a very busy week for us here at RCN4 Sports. Tomorrow night we have a Lafayette doubleheader with Holy Cross. On Thursday we have Allen and Diriff. On Friday we have Becca High and Central, and on Saturday we have Lafayette and Army, and we'll pack that up with a wrestling match on Saturday night also. So a very busy week on RCN4 Sports. We're glad you have joined us for opening night, and we hope you stay with us all week long. Tip-off, Liberty Northampton, right after this timeout.
Only at Becker Subaru in Wescosville.
We are back. We welcome you back. Our teams have been introduced, and we will give you those starting lineups. The officials for tonight's contest. One veteran and one guy really moving his way up in the rankings. As on the right side is Ted Mikauskas, and on the left is Jim Barker. Our first half brought to you by Brown Daub Dodge, formerly Rarick Dodge in Bath. They have a clean deal waiting for you. Right now, Brown Daub Dodge has plenty of tough 4x4s and snowplows in stock. Whatever you need to help you get through this winter in the valley, Brown Daub Dodge has the right car or trucks for you. For a clean deal, come to Bath, come to Brown Daub Dodge, where reputation is everything. Jumping center for Liberty, 52, Jonathan McDonald. And for Northampton, Mike Neff, controlled by Liberty. And a very quick pull-up jump shot taken by Yasso, and that does not go, and it's going to be Liberty basketball. I'm Gary Laubach. This guy, not that guy, that is Mike Schneider. On his Mike's left, our right, Joey Kowalczyk. And Dak Krimmel, Carl Rayburn, Steve Hamill also assisting. Now, Mr. Tracy.
Yeah, Gary, you got to admire Liberty right away off the tap. Jonathan gets the tap, taps ahead, it's 2-on-1. They get a pretty nice, easy 8-foot shot.
And Northampton is in a matchup defense. As right now, Liberty going perimeter. Big game for the Hurricanes as they put themselves in a little bit of a hole, going 2-3 in the league. Way outside, Willie Reynolds, and he nails the tray, his 17th of the year.
Reynolds picks up right where he left off. Last night, double figures, and also the last time we had him, double figures.
Brent Surface, who missed 3 games because of a virus. Inside, nice little kiss off the glass by Mike Neff. Up and in, 3-2 Hurricanes.
Mike Neff is a real project, only a sophomore. 6'5", has really given him a lot.
Good drive inside, up and in by Dave Kelly. 5-2 Liberty. Kelly averages 7.8 points per ball game.
Kelly was the only starter, Gary, that we did not mention in the pregame. Reason being, gives him a little bit of muscle, gives him a little bit of finesse. Most importantly, senior and 6'4".
A little too much muscle by George Yasso as he commits the first foul of the basketball game. Surface is 15, 10.4 a game. 24 Ryan Sculley, 12.6 a game. We're going to go the other way. As taking it down, laying it up left-handed, Jeff Opp up and in. And the Hurricane off to a good start, 7-2.
Yeah, Mike Schneider cannot be happy with that situation. That's a gimme. Running out of bounds play, and the first cutter goes right through, and the blind pass, and boom, 2 the other way.
John Knobloch, number 32, 5.5 a game. Jarrett Medea, 34, 6.5 a game. And 42, Mike Neff, averaging 8 points per ball game. Man-to-man defense by Liberty.
You notice something interesting, Gary, defensively. McDonald will not play Neff. So Neff, if he wants to, can have a field day from 15 feet.
Well, let me give you the Liberty starters. Jeff Opp, number 20, 6.3 a game. 31, Willie Reynolds, 13.9 points per game. 42 is Dave Kelly, as nailing another tray is Willie Reynolds. And Willie now has 6 points, a couple of trays, and Liberty is off to a big 10-2 start.
He is their three-point leader, and he's given them so much since he has gone to the 2 spot, the shooting spot, rather than the 1 spot, the guard point spot.
The other Liberty starters, Dave Kelly, 42, 7.8 a game. 51, George Yasso, 9.9 a game. And 52, Jonathan McDonald, 11.4 points per ball game. And almost another Liberty steal, as the turnover did not happen. Pull-up jump shot out of the corner is drilled by Mike Neff. So Neff has all of Northampton's points, and the Kids are down by 6.
Mike Neff, that's the one they've been laying off, Gary. 8+ a game, and so far he has all of the Northampton points.
Nice pass inside, little slip pass.
Oh, that could...
We're going to get a foul on Neff. That's his first, and as Dick said, he kind of slapped that ball madly towards the sidelines.
And McCoskis warned him too, Gary.
So he won't warn him again, that's for sure. 10-4 Liberty. At the line is Jonathan McDonald, 68% foul shooter, leading rebounder on the team at 5.4 rebounds per game. I want to thank both coaches for their cooperation in getting us all of the stats. It's nice when the schools not only have them done, but they are quite willing to get them to you. And we appreciate it from both Rick Costello and Mike Schneider. Both foul shots dropped, and Liberty scoring at will, Dick, 12-4.
Yeah, so easily. Gary, you look at their team, you know, you got 3 juniors out there starting and going to return. Maybe Costello has his program where he wants it.
Neff walk. They let him all by himself, and it looked very attractive to him. He kind of thought about a jump shot, and then I'm sure he said, well, the coach doesn't want me to take that. And then Dickey got his feet all tangled up.
Liberty doing a good job man-to-man so far.
And another baseline drive. Pretty good block inside by Neff, as Reynolds got caught up, perhaps where he's just a little too small to be, although he is 6'1". 4.5 to go. First period, 12-4 Hurricanes. That's a walk. Too many hop, steps, and jumps by Sculley. In the Valley Division, Northampton at 4-1, Easton at 3-1, playing Whitehall tonight. Easton didn't make up their game with Lee Heighton the other night. In fact, Dick, they were on their way up to play it and turned around because of the icy conditions. Yep. Parkland at 2-2. Whitehall is at 3-2. And the Zepps have gotten themselves right back in the picture.
Playing well.
Liberty 2-3. They need a win, and Freedom at 1-4.
Boy, some Zephyr fans. Well, and Coach Rudoka and Gilbert, another great inside move. Wow. McDonald. See, he has a little worried, Gary. They got Neff a little worried. Already drew that first foul, and down here in offense, he's given it away twice.
Jonathan McDonald has 4 points. We're going to get a foul. I think it might be a little bit of a reach here by 42, and that would be Dave Kelly, and that will be his first foul, team's second. Two second-year coaches, both have done outstanding jobs. Another turnover by Northampton. Reynolds with a beautiful pass, drops it to Opp, and Opp puts an Opp-and in, and that's enough. Mike Schneider has seen more than he cares to right now. 16-4 at the 3:33 mark. We'll be right back.
For healthcare at home, many choose Hartzell's. We offer personal care, private fitting rooms, and a staff of professionals to serve your needs. Hartzell's Home Healthcare has been accredited by the Joint Commission of Healthcare Organizations. At Hartzell's, we can supply you with home medical equipment, diabetic products, supports, stockings, and ladies, feel free to contact our certified fitters for mastectomy products. When it's personalized service you're looking for, request Hartzell's Home Healthcare Our team of professionals would be happy to assist you. You can talk to us.
For over 39 years, the Harhart family has operated a one-stop service station for all your automotive needs, from repair and inspection to car washing. This fall and winter, let Harhart's fill your home fuel needs too. Harhart's not only offers prompt service and competitive prices, but also 24-hour emergency service and computerized automatic delivery. For experience, courteous service, and expertise, call Harhart's Fuel Oil Service today.
We said in December, Dick, this was going to be a tough league to figure out. Now here comes Northampton in. They're red hot, only lost to Parkland by 1 back in December. And they look like a team right now that's struggling. And Liberty, a good team at 2 and 3, they look like the team should be in first place.
Two things, Gary, very noteworthy right now. Off a timeout, Liberty a big change, and that's their double on the ball. They'll run to the ball and double it frequently back to net inside. Foul. Second thing, how about that timeout? Great timeout. And not a one word was said about Exton and Owen. He really got down and wiped a little at their head. Gary, they have 2 inbounds passes that were uncontested that led to scores for Liberty. Really, really no excuse for that.
Foul was called on Opp. Nice pass by Knobloch as he got the ball to Neff. Neff misses the foul shot. He's only a 56% foul shooter. So that certainly is a weakness in the sophomores' game as Liberty brings in a couple of subs. And both foul shots are missed. Good rebound, Jonathan McDonald. And quickly down the floor. Thinking about taking the outside shot was Kelly. Drops it off, and there's Jonathan McDonald again.
Doing damage all on the same side low. And they're able to penetrate. Kelly has given 2 of them off, 2 good ones inside.
I said they brought in subs. They didn't. They just brought 2 guys who had been over talking to Rick Costello.
Yeah, that's right. They had about a 20-second lapse.
From the corner, that jump shot won't drop for Surfoss, and boy, Northampton is in danger of getting blown out of this one real early. Jonathan McDonald has 8 points in the quarter, and believe it or not, it's 20-4, and Mike Schneider kind of throws up his hands and says, what is this all about?
Yeah, he doesn't want that second timeout now, but what he does want is a change of defense. Matt's not doing the job for him.
Foul's going to be on McDonald. That's his first. That's the team's 4th. So if there's a problem Liberty might be having before this half comes to a close, it might be team fouls. As now they do bring in their first sub, and that is number 40, Jason Felton, a 6'2 junior, averaging 2.7 a game. You're going to see the foul here on McDonald. But we're quickly going the other way on another turnover, and there's a foul on Surfoss.
On the way up. 6 concrete kid turnovers, 3 of them against non-contested defenses.
Dick, they're like in a real funk out there.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if they're sleepwalking right now.
You know, with the closeness of this situation and the real Valley contender not yet showing up, boy, you don't want to funk on a day like this.
Reynolds shoots 77% from the foul stripe. Liberty brings in Ryan Finnegan, 6'2 junior, 3.9 a game.
Northampton brings in 33, Mike Dobish, another bench guy, and also number 12, and that's Chris Fetter.
Reynolds dropped the second foul shot. Fetter averaging 7.1 a game, Dobish 2.5. A tray dropped by Dobish, his 4th of the season.
That's a football mentality, Gary. Get in there and make something happen.
Eddie Mikauskas blows the whistle. And now he wants to talk to his fellow official, Jim Barker.
Now, I even told him NYPD was on. What's he doing?
Not quite sure what the conference is all about. He wants to talk to both coaches. The score appears to be right. I mean, I have, if that was indeed a 3, and it was, the score appears to be right.
Failed to thank them for their Christmas card, Gary.
Failed to thank whom?
The coaches for their Christmas cards to him. So, you know, he wants to make sure.
You think that's what it's all about? Well,
see, I'm only saying yours was bigger. He says that, you know, that's why I scored. So I'm terrible.
It really bothers me when they have these kind of talks and we don't have any idea what they're talking about. Has something to do with the clock. The time wasn't running. They took 9 seconds off. All right, and thanks to Jim Barker, because he told us what it was all about. The other official, they took 9 seconds, Dick. I guess maybe they didn't start it soon enough. 21-7. Yeah, who was right? That's almost always called a walk. I don't think you walk.
Well, wait till district time. That's the automatic walk thing.
They drop it off, pull up Yasso. No, he comes up short. And Northampton has a chance to cut into the 14-point lead a bit. Surface, skip pass, way outside. Does not drop. Good rebound inside. Sculley, it's good. Ryan Sculley.
About to say a few minutes ago, Gary, that got to get the ball in the hands of Sculley. Sculley, for one, certainly the gutsy kid, good, tough, hard-nosed frame, and Dobish should come in and throw from deep.
Sculley, 50%, or check that, 60% foul shooter, and he makes that one. So he's got a 3-point play. So back-to-back 3-pointers, one on a triple and one the old-fashioned way, has brought Northampton back to 11. Normally the script, Dick, is that the team that falls way behind kind of methodically gets themselves back in the ball game. And we're going to get a foul. By the way, Opp had picked up his 2nd foul the last time down the floor for Liberty. This one's going to be on Northampton's Fetter, his 1st, team's 3rd. We'll get another look at it here.
I think the key word in your statement as we watch the replay and the foul, Gary, was methodically. You know, you notice Mike, after Mike Schneider, after his timeout, did not come to immediate pressure or doubling or something full. You know, he's taking the same type thing. Or he just changed people, really.
He is a 69% foul shooter. He misses the 1st. He already has 4 points. And he now has 5. So Northampton will gladly exchange 3 points for 1. They're down by 12, 22-10, 1:15 to go. We're in the 1st period. Glad you are with us. Mountain Valley Conference basketball. Liberty out of the man-to-man. Now they're in a 1-2-2. Walk. Taking it inside and then dragging the feet was Mike Dobish. Maybe that's a football play, too.
Without McDonald inside and Yasso inside, could be a good time for Northampton to go to those twins, Sculley for one and Medea for the other, because they do play hard enough inside. A little delay here, Gary.
Rick Costello certainly likes the 12-point lead, and he is going to make sure that Northampton doesn't cut into that. So he has decided to go 4 corners. Nice drive, good pass. The shot is up and in by Felton, and the good pass came from Dave Kelly.
That's a mistake defensively, Gary. They're not sliding over far enough to make that guy doing the penetration do something else with the ball.
Kind of out of it defensively.
They are.
Just not moving.
Wow.
From the outside, it's up, a foul, and it's good. Is this going to be a 4-point play? Was that a 3 or just a 2? That was a 2. Optic, I think, just picked up his 3rd foul.
Boy, point guard, do not. I repeat, do not do those defensive lapses. Let's see, I think he catches him inside the circle as we watch the repeat.
They didn't put the foul up on the board yet, but I think it was on Opp. Another 3-point play. This time Surf Boss, and just like that, it's an 11-point lead. There it is, Dick. That's the 3rd foul on Opp. Quick turnaround. Reynolds, top of the key. Drops a deuce. 27-13. A leaner. Boom!
Oh, another 3-point opportunity. Yasso this time.
Northampton looking for their 4th 3-point play. Only one of them with a triple.
Boy, you got a team up, what, 12? And at the end of the 1st quarter, the other team shooting a 1-on-1.
1.6 seconds on the clock. And the foul shot made. 4 straight triples. Well, 3s. Ball slapped away. That will do it. 27 for Northampton, or for Liberty, and 16 for Northampton. Stay with us. We'll be back.
How many of these have you seen on these lately? Since Scott is the largest Chevrolet, Chrysler, Plymouth Saab dealer in Pennsylvania, it's no wonder you see them everywhere. Scott is known for having an incredible selection, one of the highest customer satisfaction ratings, and a great service team. That keeps our customers very happy. It keeps Bill happy too. He's got job security and a new electric screwdriver. Scott on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
Come shop at the Westgate Mall, conveniently located on Chainersville Road in Bethlehem, just south of Route 22. It's going on at the Westgate Mall. Shopping has never been easier or more convenient. The Westgate Mall features over 50 fine merchants at which to shop. Hungry? After a long day of shopping? Satisfy your appetite at one of our many eating establishments. There's plenty of free parking and one-stop shopping ease. For all your shopping needs, remember...
It's going on. You're gonna love it at Westgate Mall. It's going.
We're back. We welcome you back. Fred J. Moyer Plumbing has been family-owned and operated in Allentown since 1910. Use their experience for all your plumbing needs, from new kitchen and bath work, minor residential repairs, to major industrial jobs, commercial renovations to sewer and water line replacement. They are fully licensed throughout the Lehigh Valley area. Call them today at 432-6629 for a free estimate and see why over 80% of their customers return to Fred J. Moyer Plumbing for their next job. MasterCard and Visa are accepted. Dick, are we into the normal flow of this game now?
Well, it seems that the subs, after the timeout, the Northampton sub, really settled this thing down, Gary. Liberty really doing a poor job of protecting and sitting on that lead. You know, they have had big fouls at, what, two 3-point plays and 1 4-point attempt. Leatherberry into the lineup now for Liberty.
Darrell, a 5'6" senior, 1.3 points per game. He wears number 10. And it will be Liberty basketball, another Northampton turnover.
Yeah, big 8. Big 8. That's too many.
I saw 34 on Saturday with Navy against Lafayette's defense. Jonathan McDonald, bit of a toss. Rebound controlled by Sculley. Make it Medea inside. Got that rebound.
Not sure if Rick Costello wants McDonald taking those kind of medium-range jumpers.
They get a defensive foul here, as just a little bit overly aggressive was Yasso, and that's his third, Dick. No, Liberty's getting themselves in some foul trouble. They already have 18 fouls, so we're shooting 1 and 1. Going to the line will be Ryan Sculley. Yasso will sit. That's coming in is Ryan Finnegan.
Finnegan, a 6'2" junior, gives him a pretty good job. Off the bench, a lot of minutes, and a 4.0 scoring average.
Boy, this certainly will be a good opportunity for Northampton. They can get to the line here. In fact, 2 more fouls. They'll get 2 every time. Sculley takes advantage of the 1 and 1 and drops both of them. So Sculley has 5, and Northampton has cut the lead to 8. They were down by 12 at one point. Way outside Reynolds. No. Follow, no. Good follow by Kelly. Couldn't get it high enough on the glass. Ball thrown away right into Leatherberry's hands. Off the glass. Nice move. Ryan Finnegan.
When Northampton goes man-to-man, or even in a match situation, they keep playing behind that guy. And Liberty is simply posting down low, picking it up easy. Another foul on Kelly. Oh, not another one on Kelly, but another inside foul for Liberty.
And it is another one on Kelly, too. His second, Richard.
And does McDonald have 2?
McDonald has 1.
1.
Yasso 3. Kelly 2. And Opp 3. We'll send Sculley to the line. And Ryan has made 4 in a row. Scoreboard had the wrong first quarter score. 26-16 was the first quarter score. And Dick, you don't know how they made me scramble to try to find that other point.
Little box on Reynolds. And the third Liberty turnover. One phase of the Liberty game that has really been good. Well, 2. 1, take advantage of giving errors for Northampton, and 2, really protecting the ball.
Liberty shot 63% in that first period. And believe it or not, Northampton shot 66% in the first period. They just turned the ball over so many times that they didn't get that many shots.
Number 40, Gary Miguel, not Miguel, that's Jason Felton, goes into the Liberty lineup. A little bit unique because they get bigger now. They take Leatherberry out, and they really got a lot bigger offensively.
And Felton back in, and he's 6'2" and a junior. He already has a bucket in the game, 28-20. As Northampton off to that horrible start, and they've sort of negated that. And they're certainly back in this ball game, only down by 8. Jonathan McDonald way outside. The pull-up jumper Kelly. That will not go. And on the move is Mike Dobish. Good ball movement by Northampton. They'll come back outside. And Surfos will set things up. Way outside. Hits the back of the iron, doesn't go. Nice rebound inside Medea. That will not go. So a couple of misses by Northampton. We go the other way. Teams have been sitting on 28-20 for a bit.
Northampton has always been a good perimeter shooting team.
We're going to get a reach-in foul here by Surface. His second, team's 4th. Liberty has committed 9 team fouls.
See the replay there, the little reach.
5:25 to go, second period, 28-20. Nice drive, tried to kiss it off the glass, a little bit too hard, wound around for Dave Kelly. And we're going to get an on the back call by Teddy Mikauskas, and it's going to be against Northampton. And I think it's on Sculley.
We watch it here. No, we didn't get the flash yet, Gary. It was on Medea.
Medea picks up the foul. John Gaughan spotting that from the truck. John doing our directing this evening. And Liberty again on another turnover by Northampton. Mike's going to talk about protecting the ball. Jonathan McDonald likes the way the ball was projected to him. He has 10 points already.
And the thing is, Liberty's getting so much off the turnovers. They're getting more than the ball. They're getting points on the board.
30-20. Canes. Quick 15-footer Surfos. That was clean. He's got 8.
Brent Surfos, the 5'10" junior.
Nice block. Oh my, Medea skied and just simply tapped the ball out of the hands of Finnegan. Beautiful block as Mike Neff comes back into the ball game.
Liberty's gotten bigger on offense. Northampton counters, gets bigger on offense. Dobish gets a rest.
Nice drive. That was clean too. Dave Kelly with a little finger roll up and in. 32-22.
The nice thing about Kelly, he can swing at 6'4".
I don't know if the offenses are looking that good or the defenses are kind of negligent here. Nice pass inside, slapping the backboard. Medea gets the rebound. He can't get it down. Inside, and we're going to get a foul as Sculley battles to get the ball back up and gets hammered. Foul's going to be on number 40, Jason Felton, his first, team's 10th.
As we watch the replay, we'll get an idea why the unusual number. Northampton outboarding Liberty 11-9. But oh, those turnovers, 11-3.
Ryan Sculley, that is his 6th straight foul shot. Northampton a real solid 8 out of 10. McDonald will go to the bench. As coming in is Miguel Reyes, a 6-foot junior, comes in for the first time.
Yes, I've seen very limited action, Gary. A hamstring, bad hamstring injury early in the year. But again, the value of a kid like Kelly. Kelly went in the front of the zone. Now he goes to the back of the zone. Again, his swinging aspirations.
Sculley is just money in the bank when he goes to the line. 7 in a row. He was the outstanding goalkeeper for the Northampton soccer team.
Reyes goes to the point.
18 feet away. No. Nice pass.
Great pass.
Felton Up and in. 34-24.
It's one of those situations you like to pass better than the shot.
Yeah. Liberty got out in front and has never looked back as they are up by 10. Dick talked about Reyes. He's only played in 2 ball games this year. And in fact, doesn't have any points. So that jumper he took from about 17 feet away would have been his first 2 points of the game of the season.
A little bit of spread here. Old 4-corner, Gary.
Good block. Real nice block by Neff. All right, Coach, explain that strategy to me. You're up by 10. Why? I assume they're just doing it to spread them out.
Well, and another reason, you're protecting yourself defensively because they're not playing a bad defense, Liberty, but they're playing foolish defensively. You know, giving those extra shots to Northampton.
Good job, Medea, to shake the miss by Sculley loose. Then the miss by Surfos, collected by Neff, and Neff drills it back up and in. So that's Liberty's problem, Dick. They don't rebound real well, and it showed up there. They do give up a lot of second and third opportunities, and they oftentimes only get one themselves. Reyes, no, back of iron. Rebound, Neff shakes it loose.
That's the reason why you just want to spread it out too, Gary.
Northampton can cut it to 6, maybe 5. Oh, it's a triple. Up and in by Fetter, his 9th of the season.
A real big thing. Going to get into it at halftime more. Northampton's gotten so much more off its bench than Liberty has off its.
How do you figure this? Liberty out to a huge start. In fact, it looked like Northampton didn't show up tonight. And all of a sudden, that big Liberty lead has been cut to 5, and Liberty likes the lead. They're going to try to pull Northampton out a little bit, make them play man-to-man. Northampton is not inclined to do that.
Should
Mike
come out
Schneider says,
there, you know, even if it's just a ball, keep the others in.
He says stay back.
Mike's thinking, hey, you handed me, you know, you let me get back in it by handing it to me on the foul line.
Well, Dick, how was your Christmas?
This is the time to talk.
How's Mary and the grandchild? Everybody's good?
Grand. During a game, can you believe? Man, you would have hung me by now on the air.
1 minute to go, first half. It must be nice to go over and chat with your coach. Willie Reynolds goes over, talks to Rick Costello. Everybody is getting some instruction. Mike Schneider just says, stay back, stay back.
You would have me buried by now. You know that?
Well, yeah, sure. Now Northampton brings them at least one player out. Fetter wants to play defense. Mike says stay back. Joey Kowalczyk seconds that motion.
Coach Costello might want to settle for it. No, he doesn't. He's going to go to guard. But, you know, you have Kelly in a mismatch size-wise. Might let him go if you're playing last shot. Clear out a side now.
They're going to start to go now, down to 10 seconds. 1-on-1. Ooh.
That's just what it was.
Foul on Surfos. Dickey picks up his 3rd foul.
Yep, and he saw he had a mismatch, Gary. He had a 5'10" on a 6'4". Decide he's going to clear out and let Kelly, who can swing, go from the top of the key, playing last shot, getting Surfos' 3rd, and putting himself on the line.
Dobish is going to come in, although it's going to be a 2-shot foul. And on 2-shot fouls now, Dick, they don't bring the players in until the 2nd shot. And we have to assume Surfos is going to go to the bench. So this looks like it's going to work out pretty well for the Hurricanes. Kelly, a 77% foul shooter, but he misses. Liberty is only 4 out of 7 right now. And Surfos does indeed go to the bench. So does Medea. Knobloch back in. And Dobish back in. Dickey missed them both. Good opportunity there for Liberty, and there's still time for Northampton, but they'll lose the basketball. 34 for Liberty, 29 for the Kids. We'll put the numbers together. We'll be right back.
I remember my mom going to Walter's Pharmacy. Now I go. Walter's fills my prescription needs quickly. When I can't get away, Walter's comes to me with free delivery. Walter's Pharmacy, making life easier through genuine care since 1937. Walter's Pharmacy, 401 North 17th Street in the Allentown Medical Center.
This is RCN4, Lehigh Valley's live wire of communications. The exclusive home of District 11 Sports and the Lafayette College Leopards.
We're back. We welcome you back. Glad you have joined us. Good to be back to high school basketball as we are in early January, and it almost feels a little bit like March the way these two teams are going at it. Strange game. Liberty jumps off to a huge lead, up by 12. Northampton creeps back, and in fact, they're back as close as they've been in the whole ball game as they get it back to within 5. Our halftime score 34-29. Let's take a look at the individual numbers. And Mr. Tracy, for a man who just loves defense as much as you do, I just get the feeling tonight that the defenses out there aren't mattering very much.
Yeah, especially on the part of Northampton. They really didn't work at it at all, Gary, in the beginning. You know, even on the match when a guy penetrated, they weren't coming over and helping him. It was almost looking like a man-to-man out front. And Liberty had a field day, and McDonald, from his low post, really put him on the board and got him to a nice sizable lead.
Dick mentions McDonald with 10 and 9 for Reynolds. And Northampton countering that with Sculley and Surfos with 9 and 8. The bad news, of course, Surfos has 3 fouls. Opp has 3 fouls. Yasso has 3 fouls. Let's take a look at the team numbers. And Dick, anytime you shoot 50%, 14 for 28 and 9 for 18, you wonder maybe where the defenses are.
Yeah, it's funny, Gary. On offensive sets, they're protecting the ball well. They really treasure it. But when you get those unforced turnovers, look at those big numbers. That's 25 turnovers. And we had the team with a double-figure lead doing the fouling.
And another reason I think Rick Costello went into that four corner as early as he did was because the team fouls certainly didn't favor him, as they picked up 10 with about 3 or 4 minutes to go in the half. And Northampton took full advantage. They went 9 for 11. 7 out of 7 by Ryan Sculley. So it is an interesting ball game. It didn't look like it was going to be that way from the beginning when Northampton got off to that horrible start. Not the way it is right now. It's only a 5-point lead for the Hurricane. Can they hang on? We'll see. 16 more minutes of basketball. Stay with us.
I love my new hot ride. Those flames scare the other guys. 5,000 horsepower helps too. And a fat bankroll. You know, we've been running Autolite spark plugs forever, but I could wring more money out of someone else. Money's good. My crew burns it. So I tell the guys we're gonna run a different plug. They say no. I say I'm the boss. They say Autolite keeps this monster lit.
Your one-stop auto parts place in the valley is Whitehall Auto Parts, MacArthur Road.
Welcome back to Liberty Memorial Gymnasium. If you are looking for a quality used car, stop into Mike Davis Auto Sales at Shot Avenue and Mickley Road in Whitehall, where you'll be guaranteed an honest and fair price. Mike Davis has everything from compacts to minivans, and most carry warranties. Financing is also available, so make your next used car purchase at Mike Davis Auto Sales. You won't regret it. Mike Davis Auto Sales is a family-owned business run by Mike and Bonnie Davis since 1983. Richard, I'm going to put you in the locker rooms here, as we both believe, I think, that the defenses were not all that impressive in the first half. Offenses not that bad, and even the defensive plays create a lot of fouls you don't want. So what did you talk about?
Well, you still have pressure in reserve, Gary. Liberty showed a little bit of doubling at about three-quarter court in. But Northampton hasn't pressured at all, so they have that left over if they want to draw this thing closer. The thing is, Mike Snyder wasted one timeout, if you call it a waste, really chewing his kids and not going to the X zone. But he didn't have to after that, and he got so much out of his subs.
And Dick, well, already we see a change as Northampton's going to go man-to-man. as they played a lot of match. Problem was they didn't match all that much,
No.
and Liberty got some easy shots.
You got to chase cutters off their path, Gary, if you're matching. I don't care if it's on the ball side or the weak side. Well, the man-to-man paid off there.
Yeah, we're going to get a
the
foul
turnover.
called, and it's on Yasso as they call him for setting an illegal screen. And Dick, just like that, he picks up his 4th personal foul, and George was just kind of standing around, and he got that foul as he moved on a screen. And that's good news for Northampton. They have a chance to cut the lead here to 2 or 3 or 4. No, well, 3 or 2.
That was interesting there. A little token full court by Liberty, Gary. They boxed and denied Surfas bringing it up with Kelly on the point. That's a pretty big point. That 1-3-1 little trap thing.
Bad pass as Surfas tried to drop it off, and it was broken up by Finnegan, and the layup doesn't go, and down hitting hard is Kelly, and he hasn't gotten up yet, and now Jim Barker will stop things as Kelly is hurting.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a clash here between Kelly and Sculley, and they really do bang going underneath.
Looks like his hip, Dick. It looks like he's rubbing his left side. We are going to try to get another look at it and see exactly what happened. And I think he fell on that that hip, and now David is limping off, and let's see how it happened. Yeah, that's what happens on the leaner. You get
just
kind of cut out from under you. So Liberty gets nothing out of it. Ball goes over to Northampton, 34-29, as Jason Felton comes in.
That's tough possession in the second half. 2 Liberty possessions. They lose Yasso with his 4th and lose Kelly to injury.
So Finnegan and Felton are in there. Reynolds, Kelly, and Opp. No, check it, McDonald. Jump shot from the outside will not fall. Shot taken by Surfas. So nobody has put one to the bottom of the hole yet. We're going to get a blocking foul against Northampton. This one will be called on Knobloch, I believe.
I tell you, I think Rick Costello was holding his breath on that call too, Gary. You say, oh, this can't go offensive. I can't lose another one on 3rd possession.
There you saw it, and Knobloch certainly was moving. And the foul shot is dropped by Reynolds. Reynolds with 10 points now, double figures. Average is 14, leading scorer on the team. And he made those 2 look real easy. So Liberty gets the first points on the board in the second half. Their lead back up to 7.
And you get Ryan Finnegan, who came in for Kelly. He's the top of that point of the 1-3-1, bothering a little bit. Got him thinking. That's what you want to do.
Liberty defense now is really bothering Northampton.
It is. Yeah, when you get ball side against a 1-3-1, you want to drop your other opposite down board. You would do a good job, Northampton, if they would play a double low with something like Neff and Sculley, Neff and Medea.
Yeah, 2-1-2 usually against the 1-3-1.
That's good inside.
That's what they want. Get it to Neff, but there's another bad pass. As Neff tried to shuffle the ball to Sculley. And we're going to get offensive. This one's going to be on Willie Reynolds. That's his first, team 2nd.
Pretty good position defensively.
You saw it a little late, but the call behind the head. I think that was Surfas that stepped in front.
It better be. It was his 4th and 9.
Yeah, right.
Well, you're right, Gary. That 1-3-1's bothering him a little bit.
There's Neff on the follow. Maybe that's the offensive play, Dick. Put it up and let Neff go get it.
Well, you put 2 guys down there in the blocks because McDonald's playing high away from the basket.
There's a foul. Foul's on Neff. That time he reached out and grabbed the arm of 32, Ryan Finnegan. Northampton's first team foul. Neff's 2nd foul.
Boy, he stepped in front nicely, but then he leaned a little bit.
Jonathan McDonald drops it off to Willie Reynolds.
Oh,
boy, he can shoot, can he?
Oh.
He's got 13, 38-31. The Hurricanes have never trailed in this ball game. That's going to be way short. Air ball, tapped back by Neff. Ball's loose, still loose, and controlled by Willie Reynolds. Nice move up. Won't go, and Neff did, yeah.
Yep. That was pretty obvious.
Anytime McDonald ends up right next to our camera guy, Michael, or Brian it is, Brian down there.
Well, you know, we talked about Kelly being versatile, Gary, inside, outside. Opp and Reynolds can easily change spots. This time you see, you know, Opp on the wing really is not the point Reynolds is.
Neff just picked up his third foul. So he and Surfas match Opp. And Yasso has one more than that. He's been on the bench since that early foul called in the third period. Surfas going to get a layup. And miss it. He's going to hustle, though, and get the ball back, because possession arrow is going to point to Northampton.
Surfas does everything right there except put it in. Went up with the left hand, went up strong, just rolls off the rim. Oh, Kelly's back. Good to see that.
Fetter's in, Dobish is in, and as Dick said, Kelly is in. Way outside, Sculley, boom! Ryan Sculley hits his 16th of the year.
Northampton's played offensively in spurts. Mike Schneider hopes this is the beginning of one of those spurts.
I think they've had nothing but close games almost all year long. And that's a foul. It's going to be on Medea.
Don't forget, this is the same team that beat Parkland by 1 and Easton by 2.
Well, they lost to Parkland by 1.
They lost to Parkland by 1.
As you get another look at the bumping foul. They lost to Central by 5.
Had him. Yeah, had him. Late.
Lost to North Schuylkill by 1. Beat Easton by 2. As Jonathan McDonald gets his 12th point.
Yeah, another power move. Liberty straight 2-1-2 now. We'll double. So far.
Well, they're going to triple them again, much like they did in the first period when they put 4 3-pointers back to back. Surfas's first triple of the game, his 5th, make it his 6th of the season.
Kids get a little bit too dramatic, Gary, in some of their offensive fouls. And I think sometimes officials really hold you accountable for that. If you're going to put the Hollywood on, you're going to pay for it.
Foul on Sculley is his first. Already Northampton's 5th. As Finnegan goes to the line. And Ryan. As there you're going to get a look at the bump.
Able to get Felton back in there and give McDonald a rest.
Reyes comes in and Opp sits down. Looks like Bobby McLaren's coming in. Bobby, the 6-foot senior, wears number 50. It is a 4-point Liberty lead. And it's 5. Finnegan, 56% foul shooter. Dick?
Now would be a good time for Northampton to pressure Gary. After a shot, Liberty with a lot of reserve, and they're up. They're bringing it up.
That's the second triple by Fetter. 42-40. Liberty with 5 trays, or Northampton with 5. Liberty now with 3. The deadly shooting of Willie Reynolds. And he's got all 3 of them, 19 on the year, 3 tonight. Medea. Yep.
Strong enough. The strength on the move and then the soft touch on the shot.
Good description. Strong enough. It just did crawl over the rim. 45-42, 2.5 to go in the third period. Reyes playing catch, 3-second violation. I think it was called against Felton. Hard to see from here whether or not that's who was in the lane. Kind of unusual that Jim Barker would make that call, so it makes me think maybe it was somebody else.
Northampton, Liberty counters with 2 first units and awful big ones. McDonald's back in, 6'3", who can leap, and Kelly back in.
Well, Northampton with a bucket here can get as close as they've been since the first Liberty layup.
Boy, and they will take perimeter.
Tough pass to handle. Up around the face of Medea. Jonathan. We apologize. Last ball game we called him John, J-O-N. And we found out that what he prefers is his actual name, J-O-N-A-F-E-R, Jonathan. So we're happy to oblige. Timeout called here by the Liberty Hurricane. Minute and 50 to go in the his third period.
His fan club let me know loud and long that it was Jonathan.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They got to me personally.
No, you're better to yell at than I am, I'd say. Marsh Disposal is with us tonight. Let's talk about them. Cleaning out your unwanted items creates a new problem. What to do with the waste? Well, let Marsh Disposal Service be the solution. Hard to dispose of items such as appliances, car parts, furniture, and yard waste are no problem. No job is too large or too small. Marsh also provides container services for home and business and has recently opened a recycling center accepting aluminum, brass, and copper products. Call Marsh Disposal Service. The number, you saw it on the screen, 262-9021.
Gary, a nice reward we saw right in front of us here. Getting McLaren some quality playing time. You know, game's close. Senior's been loyal to the program. You know, just a great kid. And out here, and hey, he gets into a very meaningful situation.
Foul's going to be on Medea, and he just picked up his third as Liberty decided after that timeout to get the ball to the big guy. And he's a scorer. He's got 13. Average is 11.4. Well, Liberty hangs in there. They're back up to 5. That was the lead they had at halftime. Boy, Northampton moves the ball.
They do. Yes, very well. Everything's off the dribble, too, Gary.
Sculley. No, side of iron. Rebound comes right down to Willie Reynolds. Taken right back on the move. Surfbox. Fetter. Nice pass inside. Sculley. He'll get fouled on the play by Willie Reynolds, his second, team's third.
You have Sculley and Medea. Really, as the muscle tonight. Neff has not been that visible at his 6'5" frame. He has the size, but it's been those two mostly with a muscle inside, Gary, and you're really calling on them. You know, you're going against Josso, you're going against Jonathan, you're going against Kelly. That's some pretty good size.
I think you really described his team well in our pregame. You talked about them all being kind of the same size, same height, same muscle structure.
And they all play that way. You know what I mean? You can have a 6'2" kid, but he can leap out of the building. Not so here. They just play a little bit muscle, a little bit finesse, and go along with some mediocre size.
Sculley finally misses a foul shot. He was 7 for 7. Now he is 8 for 9. So the 1 point brings Northampton within 4, a minute 9 to go. Third period. And Jeff Opp sets up the offense. Spin dribble. Drops it off. Jonathan McDonald. Well, he knows how to find that glass.
You get a little bit of afraid of a foul there, guy, because there's no reason he can penetrate that. No way.
49-43.
Good call by Coach Costello that time. Would have gone to the delay game. Instead, Opp sees the opening. Look at that zone. They're packing that baby back now.
And now just the opposite situation as we had at the end of the second period, where Northampton will hold for a final shot. Looks like Liberty is content to sit back. The 5-point halftime lead has become a 6-point lead. Northampton would like to make it 4 or 3. Surfas. Fetter. Sculley. Inside. Good drive. Off the glass. Won't go. Knobloch. Follow-up was easy by Mike Neff.
Oh,
check it. Knobloch. Knobloch puts it up and in at the buzzer. So Liberty is up by 4 as we go to the 4th and final period. So stay with us. This one is far from over.
Years ago, a young fighter started on a journey to be one of the greats. But the journey took a turn. He met an opponent he could not defeat. The opponent was himself. So now he's at the crossroads, and this fight could be the most important of his life. Tyson versus Botha, Saturday, January 16th, live on pay-per-view.
This is RCN4, Lehigh Valley's live wire of communications. The exclusive home of District 11 sports and the Lafayette College Leopards.
We're back. We welcome you back. 49-45 as we go into the 4th period. And Dick, the offense is still doing real well. Northampton 54% and Liberty 53%.
Nice little plus at the end of the 3rd there for Mike Schneider's team, Gary. Knobloch really been silent tonight. Comes through. Nice inside tight move and then followed for a deuce.
Non-shooting foul, I think, is what Teddy Mikowskis said. As it will be the 7th team foul, so it should be a 1-and-1. And I'm not sure who he called it on. Now they'll put the number up. Looks like Knobloch picks up his second.
Yep.
Gonifer is 4 out of 4, 16 points tonight.
Well, we've had him twice, Gary. He's played well in both games. Not like he doesn't force.
He sure can own the paint in there. He's real nifty around the plexiglass. And now he has 18 points. And the lead back up to 6. Way outside. No. Back of iron won't go for Dobish. Sculley wants to go. Sculley pulls up, puts it down the bottom.
Liberty has to make a choice defensively. We're going to sit back and we're going to play it real tight in that zone and pray Northampton doesn't hit from the outside perimeter, you know, or we're going to stay with a man-to-man situation. But then we got to that big foul trouble in the 2nd quarter.
Reynolds tried to go backdoor. It didn't quite work out. He found a lot of traffic when he tried to catch the ball. So Liberty starts over with Opp. Good job. Almost stolen away. Opp goes to get it back. Now it's on the floor. Now it's on the floor. Still on the floor where he got a scrum. It'll be possession arrow belonging to Northampton.
That's twice he penetrated. First time an easy layup to McDonald. This time really drew a crowd.
McLaren's in. Dave Kelly is out.
Wonder if Kelly does have that hip pointer. Gary, not too ginger out there.
He fell on that left hip, taken out for a bit, then did come back in. Nice knife inside by Sculley. Ball is loose, not quite sure how he did it, but Fetter got a rebound and managed to pop it back up.
He just kept it alive. A little bit of tap in there.
McLaren. Northampton is still within 2 and can tie it right here. Sculley, pull up. Sculley's fouled on the play by Felton. His 2nd, team's 4th. He'll shoot 2.
Boy, this is the guy you want on the line tonight. If you're 2 down, he has been on the line a lot, and he's been extremely consistent.
Kelly and Yasso are coming back. Boy, Sculley likes to make something happen, doesn't he?
Yeah, he'll challenge you. Really got to admire him, Gary. He's put up a lot of points, and he's not too oversized.
He's put a lot of those points up right here. About 9 out of 10 from the line. Northampton 11
numbers.
for 14.
7 straight, missed 1, and I'll come back with 2 at crunch time.
He came in only shooting 60% from the line. And he squeezed that one in.
Always said, Gary, Liberty is a very different gym, honestly. Even Mike Schneider said, And the kids are ready to get off the bus, and he said he told them, you know, this is a different atmosphere.
Having a little giveaway on Friday night, try to get more fans out here, particularly the younger kids. I think the T-shirt to every middle school student.
Yeah, and the whole bit.
They're going to call a foul on Fetter for grabbing his second, team's 8th, 1-and-1. Going to the line will be Yasso. He's 73% shooter, but he doesn't have any points yet tonight.
Yasso really a little physical on this one. So Fetter counters simply by throwing his body in there and gets the foul call.
Not quite sure where that foul was watching the replay. Well, Yasso says, I'll take any chance to finally get a point. Georgia averages 9.9 a game. And he gets his first 2 there. I like Dick's term, strong enough.
Get Feltman there defensively.
53-51. Looks like we're going to have another one go down to the wire. Yasso sits down, so he doesn't pick up a 5th foul, but picking up a 3rd foul will be Felton.
They bring Felton in defensively. We said for Yasso, you know, and really get aggressive off the ball, and last 2 times it cost him with a personal. Liberty, unlike the first half, in a position where they're not giving up the 1-and-1 yet. Oh, look at this break.
Here's a 3-on-1, nice, and 1-1 so far. Not the second time around. Not blocked. Up and in.
2 great offensive rebounds. 3-on-1, great entry pass.
53-53. Felton inside. Ooh, real nice.
Big basket.
Timeout called by Mike Schneider with 5:43 to go in the basketball game. 55-53 in favor of Liberty. Northampton will have the basketball. And what do we have? We have a message from Brown Daub Dodge. The place to shop right now for your new 4x4 or snowplow is at the Brown Daub dealership in Bath. Formerly Rarick Dodge since 1931. Brown Daub Dodge at routes 248 and 512. Invite you to visit them in their newly expanded showroom. 4x4s and snowplows ready for you right now. For your clean deal, come to Bath. Come to Brown Daub Dodge, where reputation is everything.
Gary, this is another good example of a Sculley and a Medea, what they can do for you when they have this medium height. Here they can be very, very active in the backcourt against pressure, look over people, and what you know, they do get a foul on Liberty this way.
Team fouls. Northampton has 8. Liberty has 5.
In fact, look at this. Sculley in the backcourt. There's that roam. Nope, picked off.
Bit of a telegraphed pass. And now the foul is going to be on Fetter. He picks up his 3rd, 9th team foul. So we'll go 1-and-1 at the other end of the floor.
Well, give Liberty credit. They got Felton in there for defense, and he is really in the middle of it.
Northampton entertains Stroudsburg on Friday night. We're going to go over to Rockney Hall and have Central Becca for you in the East Penn Conference. That should be a real good basketball game. Alan Deriff on Thursday night. Lafayette College Wednesday and Saturday. There you get a look at the reach by Fetter. Liberty by 3. Northampton still hasn't had a lead, Dick.
No, nope, they tied it, and that was it. Boy, that's 4 big points for Felton in a row. Look at Liberty being rough with that pressure.
And another timeout. Oh, did that upset Mike Schneider? He is livid right now as he's doing some yelling. That is not where you want to catch the basketball, Richard.
No. You use the sideline, or you use the baseline and the midcourt line. Well, they're 2 defenders.
There were some games played last night. Whitehall beat Nazareth 62-36. Stroudsburg over Freedom 85-52. Northampton no problem with Eastburg 68-39. And then Pocono Mountain knocked off Liberty by a 70-64 score.
Pocono Mountain is just enough size, Gary. Play big. They can be a threat. And don't forget, this is divisions now, and the divisions mean something. Valley and Mountain, it means something.
Because of the snow out, We missed the Notre Dame Wilson game, but we're going to catch the Warriors, who are really playing well, against Saucon Valley next Tuesday.
Hot as can be. Billy Stocker is giving them perimeter and giving them board.
Wilson 9-3. I think they have Northwestern tonight. And Saucon Valley at 10-2.
Now, we talked about things you notice, especially in those leagues. Colonial, I can't figure out caddy guys. They simply were blown out the other night. Yeah. And Northwestern blew them off the map the other night.
Pull up jump shot will drop. Just a deuce for Knobloch.
Boy, Knobloch and Fetter have some big baskets. And Dobish.
And who would have picked them, huh? Yeah. Nice inside screen set by Liberty. Usually opened it up for that guy, McDonald.
Unable to get Yasso, or didn't want to get Yasso in offensively this time. Felton will stay in. Why not? He scored the last 4.
Walking violation on Felton. And Northampton has a chance to tie it again, or maybe take a lead if they drop a triple.
Look who's taking the ball out of bounds. One of my inside guys.
Sculley. Get it to Muscle. And Muscle takes care of things. Knobloch drops it off. Jump shot out of the corner. Fetter. It's a 3. Fetter with a triple. His start of the game. Northampton's first lead of this basketball game. 58-57. Stolen away. And a foul. And it's going to be on Liberty's op, and that's his 4th.
Opp done a good job protecting himself with the 3 early fouls. Now the 4th, and over a half quarter left. This is simply post turnover, so they want it back, and he reaches and trips.
16 foul, so the next one will put Northampton in the bonus.
Northampton spreads it out, uses that dribble, Gary, to penetrate.
Sculley drops it off. Another one. That won't go. And we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow. The Liberty Hurricanes. Fetter couldn't get that one down.
Now you get Yasso for Felton. But Northampton still has not extended their pressure.
Kids by 1.
Boy, 2 straight turnovers.
Just handed away that time by Opp. Got down there and there were no other white shirts. Plenty of black shirts. Good pass. Good block. Nice defense that time by Yasso.
Oh, that's intimidating defense. 3
Another
turnovers.
steal. Quickly up the floor, but unable to get to that one as Dobish. She got turned around.
A little sloppy. Liberty's going to call timeout.
The Hurricanes will use their 2nd as they trail 58-57, 3:44 to go in the basketball game.
That was one of the few times lately that Reynolds has got his hands on the ball. Hasn't seen it for a while offensively. In fact, Liberty has not been doing it offensively. They've getting their points off the D. And this time he did, and gave the 3rd straight turnover.
Been a well officiated game.
It has, yeah. You hear them, but you really don't see them that much, and that's good.
Hurricane cheerleaders out on the floor. They were in Dallas, I think, over the holiday season, competing. Not quite sure how they finished, but I know they probably enjoyed the trip.
Yeah, well, we had Parkland walk away with a Florida championship. We had Becca go 2-1.
In fact, I have Florida. Florida's number 1 in my top 10 in Florida.
Is that right?
Yeah, they are. There are only 3 here in the Valley, but they're 1 in Florida.
Oh, that's right.
How about the top 10? Is that like impossible this year?
Yeah. Well, Liberty, what, they last 3 hours or something?
They made them number 1 in the paper. They lasted, what, 24 hours. Liberty has the ball, but they also own a 1-point deficit.
Boy,
well, that's who Dick
Reynolds
wanted to get the ball to. Reynolds, no. One of those amazing rebounds by Kelly, just flying through the air. And Kelly's going to go to the line.
I think Dobish was just simply outsized on this, Gary. He's going to bang a little bit when he goes for the ball. That's not going to be Dobish. It's going to be a reach.
Wasn't much of a foul. Sculley picks it up. They've got him for 3, and it's all a 2-shot foul, but it is missed by Kelly. He's 0 for 3. And he's a 77% foul shooter.
Oh, look at this. Reyes coming in. Ooh. Reyes going to the point. Prob.
So did Felton. One out of 2 for Dave Kelly. 1 out of 4 on the night. We're knotted up at 58 all. I asked Mike, I said, Mike, how you doing all this? Smoke and mirrors? He said, we're lucky. I said, you don't get a lot of lucky wins in this league. He said, oh, yes, we do. And he went on to tell me how he knocked off Easton. It sounded like a little bit of luck.
Well, I'll tell you, you know what one of the nice things is about it, Gary? He says they have grown so close. You know, that they look and they just see a face going down. They don't see a guy who's worried about the points or anything else. 4 different high scores in 4 different games.
Foul shot dropped by Dobish.
And how about the bench tonight? How about a Dobish? You know, a Fetter. They've just done a great job off the bench.
How about the foul line, too? 13 for 16. Here's a guy that shoots 50% from the line. He steps up and drops them both. 60-58.
Boy, and you have Surfas overplaying on Reynolds. They still get him off a double.
Tried to pass it inside. The ball slapped away by Knobloch. Liberty ball. 3:06 to go in regulation. Yasso for 3. No, side of iron. Knopp can't control it. Well, Northampton will come down the floor. As here comes Felton back in, and they continue to protect Yasso. No, they don't. McDonald's coming out. So it's Surfas and Sculley, along with Knobloch and Fetter.
Here comes from that point thing with Kelly. He's taking it back just a little.
And Dobish, the Northampton 5. Northampton's biggest lead of the night.
And Liberty in a straight man now.
And it's not big, it's 2. Ooh, Sculley wanted it. Surfas, nice drive. What a tough shot. Threw it up left-handed. Hop, drops it off. Reynolds, boom, Willie Reynolds hits his 4th triple.
Shot you got to credit, of course. Beautiful 3, but credit up for finding them. 3 times it went to Reynolds beyond the arc and found them all 3 times.
Reynolds has 19. Sculley, can he match it? No. Rebound is controlled by Surfas. Inside of 2 minutes.
Boy, anybody will take the shot from Northampton, won't they?
Anybody.
Anybody will put the ball on the floor, too. They do an awful lot off the dribble.
Fetter, yes. Boy, he's got some big buckets.
You bet he does.
Northampton by 1. Hold your breath. 1:35 to go. Yasso. Kelly. Ops in there. Reynolds is in there. Felton is in there.
Had a switch. Ooh.
Tough foul on Dobish.
That was a tough foul. If he stands his ground or doesn't move, I think the call goes the other way, Gary. They got it off a switch, too.
The way this guy shoots, I don't think I'd want to send him to the foul.
See, there's a switch.
A little bit of a bump.
Tell you, if he doesn't keep going, he's going to draw that offensive foul.
Boy, is it physical in college basketball, Dick.
Oh,
gee. That foul wouldn't have been called. 62-62. 20 points for Willie Reynolds. He puts his ball club up. We approach a minute.
Nice thing about down this end for the kids, Gary. Anybody will take it.
Sculley. Surfas.
This might be one of those cases, don't score too early.
Yeah, Dobish, maybe the team that has the ball last. Nice drive, Feder again, it's loose. Off the leg of Liberty's Willie Reynolds. Outside with Surfai. I see why Mike was so happy to get him back, huh?
Well, they got a kid, Chris Miller, broken hand, expecting him back shortly.
He did suit up tonight. Yeah. Sculley, he thought about it. Feder again, lost the ball, and a foul. It's going to be on Sculley. His fourth, 2 shots for Liberty.
One too many times, might have gotten in that lane, Gary. They drove it to the inside. They might have wanted to go outside. Drove it into the heart of his help defense.
Kelly will go to the line. Kelly is 1 out of 4 from the foul line. He'll shoot 2.
That's Yasso, Gary.
I'm sorry, Yasso. He is 2 for 2 from the line. And he misses. No matter what, it's a 1-possession ball game. Mike Schneider doing some gyrations. I think he's probably going to get a timeout once they get over midcourt. Both foul shots are missed. Northampton can win it with a bucket.
Wants a timeout at half.
They will call that timeout. 9.6 seconds on the clock. Northampton has the basketball. They trail by 1. Richard, talk amongst us.
Well, if you know, it's an ideal situation for Northampton, Gary. You got the double miss, you got the board, you got plenty of time getting into half. Now you have just a hair beneath 10 seconds to get your shot. All game long, they've been doing it. Last mistake, they drove toward the middle. Liberty playing help off their man. They bottled them up, got the turnover. Let's see if they try to go outside. I look for the 1-on-1 move off the dribble and the jumper.
Is there anyone in particular you'd like to have the ball?
No, not Mike's in a position to put off the timeout his 5 shooters in that he would want. But no, not really. You know, you got Surfas, it's drive or jumper. You got Sculley, he's been shooting flat outside all night. No, you got Feder going inside and doing a yeoman's job, penetrating and the board. Here's just about anybody who's open could take it, Gary.
One would think if anybody wants to go at the basket, it would be a Sculley, who has just been outstanding from the foul line. 10 out of 11.
What Mike might choose to do is go against a certain defender. You know, take a look at that, like Opp, not realizing he's playing with 4. Not that he's lesser on defense, but the fact is you're always thinking, gee whiz, I'm playing with 4.
All right, we talked all about the Liberty or the Northampton offense. Dick, how about talking about the Liberty defense?
Well, the Liberty defense, Gary, surprised me a little bit. They waited, I don't know, they might have waited just a second, or one of the guys got it and he showed zone. They laid back and showed zone. That surprises me a little bit. Unless it's a fake kind of thing that as soon as the ball's inbounded, you run, you know, toward the ball and look for the double.
Well, the other thing, too, is they knew they were going to call timeout right away.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they faked the zone, and now they'll come back out man-to-man.
I'll tell you, Liberty might not have a bad play doubling here. Doubling on the ball, because Northampton has just enough time to get that little scatter dribble, you know, look for something inside and come up short on a jumper.
Northampton has done a nice job from downtown tonight. They have 6 threes in the ball game. They came into the game with 36 of them.
One final point, Gary. Does Northampton want to go to the foul line? They have that option left, too. They've been extremely good from there tonight. You know, and down here you're playing a soft basket, you know, to our right. And, boy, they have been so good putting the ball on the floor and going. Again, it's so important when Liberty's going to play. Felton's in there, so I look for some kind of a help defense.
They have shot 82% from the foul line tonight. Here we go. Watch the clock. Watch the play. Sculley.
He's going to take him.
And I thought Sculley may be the guy they wanted to go. Sculley.
Oh, lefty.
Oh, my.
Lefty.
Oh, my. What a shot by Sculley with 1.4 seconds. Lefty.
Lefty. Goes up, righty, dips underneath the defense, and hits it lefty. And I told you there's a soft roll down on this basket.
1.4 seconds.
It's simply 1-on-1, as we predicted.
They wanted to get him on the foul line. Didn't do it.
You saw Kelly, he didn't want to foul.
Oh, my. It's going to be Liberty ball. 1.4 seconds to go. And Liberty can run the baseline. I think all they wanted was to get him fouled.
Yeah. See, watch Kelly. Kelly's not taking a chance. And Sculley puts it over the left-hand side. Your 6'2" inside banger carrying the ball so much outside.
What can you do in 1.4 seconds?
Pray. Pray like heck. I'm not sure, you know, Gary, we're getting something from the truck. I think what they're saying is you're not frozen. You can go side to side underneath.
Yeah.
So what you might want to do is step a guy out of bounds, get a better angle. I would put, I don't know, an anybody, Reynolds prep at half court. Get him the ball no matter what and say turn and drive.
It will be Liberty basketball. They have the whole baseline to run with Yasso. And 1.4 seconds to go.
Go to half. They got the look down. They tried that offensive foul thing. A North Carolina offensive foul. That Dean Smith move. Didn't work. You knew that was coming. That's a college trick of Coach Costello. You run side to side, you place a man on the ball, and he just runs into the other man, look for the offensive foul. Give credit to Jimmy Barker, didn't throw for it.
This is a 22nd timeout by Liberty. And Mike Schneider is vociferously explaining the defense.
Well, you got to be a little bit of a gambler, Gary, and play the odds. The odds are saying, give him the ball in half court. I'll give him the ball in 1.4. Hey, I'm defending back here. If they throw it from there, they deserve it. Even though they only deserve 2. There's still no such thing as 3.
Mike working Teddy McCaskis a little bit.
Yeah, he's been milking him pretty well.
Here we go again.
There's a good move.
1.4.
There's a good move. Neff on the ball. Foggett, make it tougher.
There's the pass. The clock will start. 9/10 of a second. Northampton basketball.
Boy, good job by Federer. Played behind. Was outsized by 5 inches. Did not make the mistake of going for the ball.
Well, how heartbreaking is this loss going to be for Liberty? That's it. Northampton 64, Liberty 63, and Northampton trailed almost the entire basketball game, Dick.
Yeah, one time shortly they broke that 53-53, and now they come up with an unbelievable move. And I think that it was great that he went from right to left by Sculley, but how he got it so soft. You know, normally wrong hang, you're going to bang that thing and, you know, let it ricochet off the board, but he softened it and laid it around.
So Sculley comes up with the winning bucket with 1.4 seconds on the clock. And here it is again. The head fake. He is a right-handed shooter, folks. Not on that one. And he got the shooter's roll, even with his left hand. Up and in. Here's how the scoring went tonight. For Liberty, Opp had 5, Finnegan 4, Felton 8, Kelly 5, Yasso 2. Double figure scoring for Liberty. Jonathan McDonald with a solid game, 18. And Willie Reynolds with 21. The 63 Liberty points on 20 field goals. 4 triples, 19 for 26 from the foul line. As Liberty goes to 5-5, 2-4 in the Mountain Valley Conference Valley Division. For the Concrete Kids, they're scoring 6 points for Knobloch, 5 for Dobish, 2 for Medea, and 8 points for Neff. Double figure scoring, Brent Searfoss at 11, 13 points for Chris Fetter, and the big scorer tonight and getting the big score of the night, Ryan Sculley with a 10 for 11 from the foul line. He made 4 field goals, one of those a triple for 19 points. The 64 Northampton points came on 22 field goals, 6 triples tonight, 14 for 17 from the foul line. As Northampton goes to 7-5, but more important, they stay atop the Valley Division in the Mountain Valley Conference with a 5-1 record. Dick Tracy, exciting basketball and a good win for Northampton and a very tough loss for the Hurricanes.
Big win for the kids, Gary. 2 things so important, I think, that they learned tonight. Number 1, come in here and utilize a bench. Did they get a job off the bench? And number 2, how important are fouls? Just get up there and kick them in. Liberty, I'm going to get blamed for this. I've already been blamed for it twice. It was when they spread the ball that they were at their worst, and that was my fault.
Dick did give a signal to the Liberty bench. I want to tell you that. So if you're going to blame him, you are in your right. Big basketball games all week long. Tomorrow, Holy Cross in town at Lafayette. We'll have the doubleheader for you live. We'll be on the air at 5:30 with the women's game, followed by the men's game at 8 o'clock. On Thursday, we have Deer of Allen at Allen. Friday, we have Becca Central at Central. Saturday, we have Army Lafayette at Lafayette. And we also have wrestling for you on Saturday. So nothing but a flat-out full schedule right here on RCN4 Sports. My thanks to Dick Tracy, our first game of 1999, and it was a beauty. And thanks, of course, to our entire crew for a job well done. John Gahan has been our director for all of us at RCN4 Sports. I'm Gary Lava. Good night, everybody.